discuss and get through. I decided to start a little bit early to make sure we're all together. Okay. So come on into the room as you guys are getting notified that I'm live. Oh my God. Megan the Stallion going through it once again. Will she ever catch a break? Okay. And I think this whole situation with her and Klay breaking up says a lot about relationship, people cosplaying as good people, using you up, throwing you away, only for what to cheat and have somebody else on the side. Okay. But come on into the room. We know where you're watching from. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, y'all. Happy Saturday. But come on into the chat. I'm gonna wait for y'all for a little bit. But we're gonna start on time today. Okay, we're gonna start on time. Come on into the room. Okay. But yeah, minding your business on Saturday, and we get the news that Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson have broken up. Okay. And I don't know how many of y'all actually thought the reason would be cheating, or if some of y'all thought, okay, had to be because there ain't no good ones out there no more. Okay. Manifesting a fiance, manifesting a marriage when the man wasn't no good. Okay. The man wasn't good in the first place. Okay. But come on in. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Happy Saturday. I think we're starting to get more consistent with our Saturday Night Lives. Okay. Saturday Night Lives. But the news has come about that Megan Thee Stallion accuses Klay Thompson of cheating on her in new Instagram. Cheating. Had me around your whole family. Playing house. Got cold feet. Holding you down through all your horrible mood swings, treatment towards me during your basketball season. Now you don't know if you can be monogamous. B, I need a real break after this one. Bye, y'all. And this is also at the height of Megan's kind of career right now. She was doing Broadway. She's been doing a lot of brand partnerships. Just in a lot of people's eyes, kind of living her life, being in love. She just threw him a birthday party. Okay, some of the comments are saying, the lady said goals too soon. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Yes, we got Klay back. City Boys up on this one. Y'all can have them. Okay, y'all can have them. Somebody said she about to drop some good music. Welcome back, Tina Snow. Looking real hot girl summer. Hope it's short and you don't give up on love. Somebody tag Soulja Boy. Okay, City Boys up in Infinity. Dang. The street men are out here like claiming it. And the whole city girl thing versus city boy thing is so toxic. It shows a maturity level of a lot of people, the emotional maturity. Now, one side of it is also that, unfortunately, this is all too familiar. A woman giving her time, her heart, me and the family like you. You think this the one? And on the low, he creeping. Okay, he got somebody else. I wonder for you people who are watching, men and women, is this too familiar to you? Is this too relatable? And we see so many great women, the Beyoncés, the Hollies, the Megan Thee Stallions, just living this life, and you think that everything's great. Finally, I got me a nice one. I got somebody who really wants to treat me right, do good by me. I'm cooking in the kitchen. Okay. Cooking up something in the kitchen. Family like me. 4-course meal. He does to you what everyone else has done. Traumatize you. Use you. Okay. And allegedly, it was somebody from the WNBA, is what I saw somewhere. All right. I also saw that possibly he was recently late to picking her up um, because he was with his ex. Okay. He was with his ex. Once again, we go back to people idolizing relationships. Okay. Idolizing relationships, parasocial relationships, people you don't know. And is idolizing a relationship that bad? I think sometimes it can be good, but for the most part, there's a side of me that's like, okay, it gives people hope. I'm watching it happen for her. Maybe it could happen for him, for me. I watch it happen to one of my homeboys. Maybe I can finally find a girl who's sane. Who's normal, okay? Who don't have no like toxic traits. It goes both ways on this channel. Okay, I'm not just gonna talk about the man. I'm gonna talk about women too, because women can also be toxic. Okay. The man can be the one who's healthy, been working on himself, going to therapy. And the woman can be the one that's Looney Tunes. All right. But I think sometimes, especially with social media, people look at those relationships and they're like, damn, when is it gonna happen to me? It finally happened for her. Happily ever does exist. I think people are searching out in different spaces looking for the happy ending. I think looking for, oh, I want to still have hope that at 40 I can have a baby. I can find my person. At 35, there's somebody still out there for me. At 50, some of y'all still want to have a child. And you're looking to relationships online, you're looking somewhere to tell me that I'm not delusional. Okay. You're looking for somewhere to show, like, okay, I've been through some shit, some shitty guys, some shitty women, but I don't want to give up hope. And for some people that are looking at this and like, oh yeah, I knew it was gonna happen, told you so. But then I think there are people who are like, damn, like maybe Megan was my last hope. Okay. Maybe I thought Megan was really gonna be somebody that finally got it good. After everything she went through with Tory Lanez, things she's been going through on social media, it looked like this person was really treating her right. But the reality is that he was not. Okay. The reality is that he wasn't. Okay. And I want to know for you guys coming to the chat, how many people can relate to this? You've given your good years. You went to therapy, all the value, the work you've been putting into yourself, you've given that to somebody. Okay? It's like, damn, okay, I've been to therapy, I've been healing, I've been working on myself. Sometimes we position ourselves for healthy relationships and healthy people, but then at the same time, we waste that on people. And I'm here to tell you, I don't know if there are like, there's not always signs. I can't tell you that I know all the answers to, okay, I went to therapy. How do I really know if someone is worth my time? I can give you the tools, but I don't feel like there is a straight set of answers for every relationship and everybody. But I think you have to, I think, spend a little bit more time, I think, getting to know somebody, asking those open ended questions, those deeper questions to kind of get an idea of who somebody is and if they're ready for what you want, what you need versus what they think they want in this moment. Okay. Because to me, I just think that dating is kind of shitty these days. Okay. Hey, Lynn, I see you in the chat. Women are taught to do all the things and be all the things while we hardly have any expectations from men. Oh, okay. Uh, Let me know what y'all think about that. All right. Is that true? Is that true? Are there more expectations put on women than there are men? And you know what? I think that men also get done dirty too. Like it's not just women getting done dirty. Sometimes a man can, like I said, go through the healing process, be doing the work, and they can also be done dirty. There's a part of me that's also wondering, what do his parents think? Okay. What do the parents think? Dang. You know, because like as a parent, you welcome the say in this situation the girlfriend into your house. Y'all spending holidays together. You talking to your son. Maybe the parents know how their son is. I don't know. And your son seemed like he done found a person he wants to settle down with. You excited for your child, only to find out that your child actually hurt this woman. Okay, only to hear that they did them dirty. All right. Some of the comments say it's a shame that a shame thought this was the one for her. Some people saying, of course. Knew it wasn't gonna last. She's great, but not his type, to be honest. And I remember people was saying that in the beginning when they first got together, like this don't really seem like, you know. I'm not, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I also kind of thought the same thing. Like this is different, but maybe sometimes. And I said this, like sometimes we think we know what we want, but sometimes we need something different. And so that's what my thought process was. Oh, okay, maybe she trying something different. Maybe he is too. But it kind of like he ended up being the same thing that she's used to dating. Okay, the same old thing. All right. Now make sure y'all are hitting that like button if you haven't already. Come on into the chat, hit the like button. But what do you guys think about this whole situation? Did you see it coming? Where all the healthy people at? The healthy men, the healthy women. Where they at? Where they at? Another thing I'm kind of wondering about too is how soon do people put their relationships online? Okay. How soon do you put your relationship online? That's so crazy how people are taking clips from her the last year and a half she's been dating him, and they making their own TikToks about that he still cheated. I don't know, being a celebrity and going through a relationship and having that person cheat on you is bad enough. One, the relationship is in the public eye. When the relationship ends, you're trending, depending on who you are. And then now people use clips of your relationship to make their own TikToks, to make their own little reels, to gain clout, fame, money off your situation. And that's just not relationships here. That's when people pass away, different things. I just feel like there's no like I always say there's no shame anymore. Okay. Audacity has become the main character. The main character. Like, y'all really taking clips from her socials, other people's videos. Hey, Kandi. Hey, BJ. To make your own little TikTok. My God. Oh my God, yo. I just can't. Really taking clips. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay, that is crazy. Do people like realize somebody's been hurt here? Do people really care? Or is it all about what can I gain from this? What can I gain? All right. Some people are saying, Lynn said I'm on school, keep my business to myself. Old school, yes. Do you think people rush to the internet too fast to also display their relationship? Do people believe in privacy anymore? Is it to show that I'm in love? Is it to show off what I got? Is it to prove to people, I don't know, y'all. Prove to them like I could get me some and you can't. Some as in a person. I don't know. I commend the celebrities out there who decide to, as much as their life is on the forefront, choose to not have the relationship be on the forefront. Okay. Because damn, like y'all don't care.
Maybach, but you gotta go. How could you do this to our good sis? When we were rooting for you, we were all rooting for you. Now, Megan just posted in her story that Klay was cheating on her. She said, cheating had me around your whole family playing house, quote unquote, cold feet. I'm assuming that means married. She goes on to say, holding you down through all your horrible mood swings and treatment towards me during your basketball season. And now you don't know if you can be monogamous, air quote. She finished.
Oh, we got a new member. Welcome, BJ, to the membership. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else want to join the membership? It's only $1. Now, the thing, I don't know, some of y'all might not be familiar with Nosy Bystander, but I don't like her. I don't. Okay. I don't. I think the internet to me is such an interesting place because we live in this generation of microwave. You put the popcorn in the microwave, it pops for a little bit, but then by the time you get to the end of the bag, something new has popped up. Okay. Something new has popped up. And I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple months ago, she was involved in like some bullying stuff where allegedly someone decided, I shouldn't say decided, that's not the word I want to use. So someone is no longer here with us as a result of some of the bullying allegedly that this blogger and some other people were doing. And it's crazy to me how you can kind of like be involved in something like that, allegedly, disappear for like, 2 weeks and come back like nothing happened. Okay, I don't know how many guys are familiar with this blogger Nosy Bystanders. But yeah, I think it was sometime last year a young woman was being bullied online by um a crew of people involved with Nosy, and the bullying got so bad that the girl is no longer here with us. Okay. I just think once again, shame. Shame went away with the pandemic. Okay. Shame went away with the pandemic. Okay. Shame went up and it left with the pandemic. It's just sad though. Like there is no shame anywhere when it comes to social media. And I see it in this Megan Thee Stallion situation. I see it all the time online that nobody gives a fuck about having shame anymore. And it's sad because I feel like with shame, we got some type of human decency, but we don't get that anymore. Okay. We don't get that anymore. All right. But I think the Megan Thee Stallion situation just reminds me of how you can really think that you found your person. You can be happy. You can be living on cloud nine. And there's always going to be a part of you that is concerned about your trauma. You're concerned about, is this really real? Okay. Is this real? Is this really real, y'all? Let me fix my chat. I can see the chat a little bit on the screen. So small though. But you're always gonna kind of wonder, is the boogeyman gonna get me? And the boogeyman does not always have to be your own trauma. It can be like, is this really real? Is this man really real? Is this woman really real? Can you ever be in a relationship without having to keep your head on a swivel? Oh, he bought me flowers. Do he want something? Is he guilty of something? Because the last time a man brought me flowers, he was guilty of something. Okay. Same thing with a man too. Didn't I really like her? But the last time I really let a woman into my life, she stole from me. She weaponized my vulnerability. She kept showing up at my job. So these type of situations kind of remind me that it's really hard for people to genuinely be happy in relationships, because you're always wondering, is there something out there that's going to happen to me? Is the relationship real? Okay. I'm at the height of my career. I'm on Broadway. I'm getting brand deals. So this is Klay. Oh, I guess he was with that girl. Oh, this is dating history. He was with Coco Jones? I did not know. Is this true? He was with Coco Jones? I did not know that. Shaquille O'Neal really bet Mike Tyson Klay's new relationship with Megan Thee Stallion won't last more than 6 weeks. When news broke that Klay and Megan were officially a couple, NBA Twitter lit up. But on the big podcast, Shaq had one thing to say: 6 weeks. Here's a look at Klay's dating timeline, a roster that spans models, athletes, and Hollywood stars. Let me see. It looks like he was with Hannah, a social media person, for maybe a year. Tiffany Schwartz, a college baller, looked like some months. Carlene Henry, a personal stylist, some months. Abigail Richford, a IG model, looked like maybe some months to a year. Laura from Spider-Man, an actress. Oh, he was with her from 2018 to 2020, so 2 years. Aziza Gonzalez is a model, briefly linked in 2019. Dang, he was with Coco Jones for a minute, though. I guess like, 2 years? Not all that, though. Not too long. And this was, when did this get posted? Oh, this was last July. I didn't know his history was like, damn. Okay, you really do just date him for a little bit and then move on with your life. Okay. And that's a conversation also. When you are dating a man who is a serial dater, and you look at his timeline, his history of dating people, is that red flags? Is that red flags? Do you think that a person can be a serial dater and you can come into the picture and he changes his ways? Or is it that always a serial dater? Once a serial dater, always a serial dater. Okay. I didn't realize it went this deep. Yeah, somebody else said, I didn't even know he was with Coco. Yeah, Klay and Coco, they must have kept their shit under wraps, because I do not remember that. Klay definitely the problem. Shaq was mad because Megan don't want him. I don't know if I really think it was that. I wonder if people bet like based off his relationship. Look at all these people. When was the last time he was really in a serious relationship? I guess Coco. His last serious relationship was Coco Jones. Mhm. Well, guys, that's the end of that relationship. So sad. How many of y'all are surprised? I think that we also have to look at what do you do after this? After similar to the Cardi B situation, Megan Thee Stallion, dating you're a high profile person in a relationship and the relationship ends. Like, do you disappear? Do you continue to move on with your life and heal in the public eye? It still kind of seems like Cardi and Stephon Diggs go back and forth. I don't really know if I believe that they really are not gonna get back together. They not messing with each other. I think I saw a video a couple weeks ago. She was coming out of a club. He came out, I think, before her and got in his car. Her team thought she was gonna go get in her car, but she actually walked down to see what he was doing in his car. And her team is like, "Come on, girl. Get in the Bronco. Get in the town car." She's like, "No, I'm about to go see what he doing down there in his car." Okay. But how do you heal from, I think, a high profile relationship? How do you date again? And I think Coco, for the most part, her relationship with is he basketball, I think. Her fiance is a basketball player. It has for the most part been private. No one knew that they were really dating until they kind of got engaged. I think people found out a little bit before that before they got engaged. So I think these high profile relationships are not a good idea. Okay. Now we got a couple of stories to get to tonight. So I also want to talk about Miss Mamas, Kandi, Todd, and Mama Joyce. Okay, Mama Joyce. I'm surprised buying a house, cars, naming boats, etc. It seemed like it was serious. Yeah, they just bought a house. What, less than 6 months ago? Was it this year? Was it this year? But I also want to talk about this. So I guess Kandi is coming out with not sure it's a one woman show. I'm not sure if it's going to be a conversation. I'm not sure what the thing is. Okay. But she got this thing coming out. And she's promoting it with her mom. And now there's music, so I can't really play
Tickets,
it.
baby. They better get their tickets because that show going to be lit.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, they better come on and get their tickets.
What were you singing?
Oh, nothing. Just humming, just humming songs and nothing.
Okay, well, come
Yeah.
on. I want you to hear
Okay.
something.
To keep me from getting to you, babe.
So, okay, here it is. I do, I did, I'm done. I don't see no Dallas shows. Okay. Kandi Coded Entertainment presents Kandi's I Do, I Did, I'm Done. What is it, though? Is it a conversation? It like she only gonna kind of be in the South, East Coast, Midwest. Okay. But Todd's like, stop playing with me. Okay. They will use me until I'm used up, and I'm supposed to be the opportunist. Damn, get your tickets. Get your tickets. Okay. Get your tickets now. One thing about Kandi is that she knows how to make a bag. Okay. And he's right. We came into this. I thought there was one that had what she replied with. Okay. My first show is Monday, and I've added more cities. It's not just a show, it's an experience. Can't wait for you to see it. Listen to Mama Joyce and get your tickets. Y'all gonna go to her show? Okay. Kandi replies saying, please stop playing victim. Wrong road, wrong road. I'm not playing victim, says Todd. We explored our relationship on the way in, so we might as well do it on the way out. Get your tickets. Okay, get your tickets. Now, I wonder if it's going to be some kind of like, can't be no play, but something where she goes through on stage, like acts maybe, of like her, me and Todd getting married. I think having the kids, building a business, something like that. I could see her going through just a different, I think, seasons of her life with Todd. Okay. And maybe she'll say what ended up happening at the end of the relationship that made her decide I was done. And I know allegedly people have felt like it was a cheating situation, that allegedly he slept with one of her friends or somebody she knew. But Todd is like, stop it. Stop using me. Could it be that he mad that he can't get a piece of the money? Okay. And are y'all interested in hearing more of her story? Do y'all want to see the show? Like the first one gonna be on Monday in Atlanta. And what's with all these like Bravo celebrities? Nene and Carlos got a I don't know what they doing, but they got a little thing too. They actually come to Dallas. I think like June 7th or something. I don't know what they gonna sit there and talk about. Other people, I guess. Okay. And is everybody just deciding, okay, I'm gonna go on tour, a mini tour, and sit there and talk about my story? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But Todd is tired of it. Okay. Somebody said it's a scam, the whole family setup. Some people are agreeing with him that he got a point. Not really when he sat there being a willing participant and benefited from it. Now that he's no longer exploitation. Well, if he a part of it, should have benefited from it. Society ain't healed for all that. She can't write a book and do shows, but he can't even express himself. What's wrong with him saying something to her mom? Saying something about her mom ain't closed her mouth since day one. Was Mama Joyce wrong though? She always had a feeling about him. But I also think that Mama Joyce meddling in Kandi and Todd's relationship, I think also contributed to it ending. I think oftentimes family, the relationship you have with your, say a mother, say a father and a son, I think boundaries need to be set. You have to set boundaries with your parent when that new person comes in, because if you don't, then the relationship is always going to be hindered by people's opinions, boundaries not existing. And I think the problem with Todd, one of them, Todd and Kandi's marriage, is that there were no boundaries. Okay, I don't feel like there were a lot of boundaries with the parent, with Mama Joyce. And I feel like there were boundaries in their relationship, but not as strong as probably they should be. And it feels like allegedly maybe Todd broke some of those, I guess, boundaries that they thought they had. I'm not sure. Okay. Lynn said Mama Joyce is messy but entertaining. She is. But can't know how to make some money. Okay. Now let me know in the chat, would y'all watch a spinoff of Kandi like post-divorce on Bravo, of her trying to like, not get her life together, but life post-divorce, trying to just get things back together with herself and different relationships? Do y'all feel like Andy Cohen has not already put that together? Okay. Like maybe Andy is already putting that in place. All right. Kandi has always been using her life experiences for opportunities. It's nothing new. One thing about these RHOA men, they're going to try and get the last word out. He's been waiting for his Patricia and Apollo moment. Is it Tadisha? Tadisha? Every last one of them. Somebody said Dennis too. Imagine if Andy gave the men their own show. Would y'all really watch that? Somebody said, yep, add Dennis and Ralph to the list. How could I forget about Ralph and Mark and Matt? Dang, so many. Dang. Tatiana. Oh, man. Lynn said, I don't want to see her dating, etc. It's too much for me. Okay, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. Greg did the same thing. Let's not forget the infamous radio show he did talking badly about his wife. No, not Greg. Let Greg rest in peace, y'all. Let him rest in peace. Do y'all think the truth will ever come out about what happened in their relationship? Will the truth ever come out? Now, I also want to talk about, damn, Gina. Drew Sidora is going through hell. Maybe all this time on the show, she's been focused on the women showing up at restaurants that are supposedly closed when she should have been showing up for her kids. All right. Now, it's being reported a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, that she lost custody of her kids to Ralph. She got to move out of her house. Ralph gets to say, after all these years of, I'm stuck with this man who live in the basement. Okay. I've been stuck with this man living in the basement. They have been going through a divorce for, let's just say, 2 years. In that time, I would have hoped Drew would have had her shit together with her attorney to not end up with this fate of kind of losing everything. Custody of her kids, losing her house. Recently it coming out that she was giving Ralph her check, her RHOA check. So this is saying Drew Sidora recently filing court documents accusing Ralph of physically allegedly abusing their son. Drew says she's admitted evidence, including a video in which Ralph can be heard severely beating their son. Oh, wow. She also claimed that Ralph admitted to the beating in 2004, but denied it during a court hearing in March 2026. Drew Sidora says she is confused as to why the court ruled in Ralph's favor when he has a documented history of physically abusing their son. Ralph Pittman denies the allegations. Wow. Wow. Drew says she confessed as to why she's confused. The court has yet to rule on Drew's most recent plea. Previously reported, a judge awarded Ralph physical custody of their 2 children after a recent hearing. I thought that Ralph, was it the son? I thought Ralph was the stepfather of the son and he was going to adopt him, which is, if it is true that he's a stepfather and he got custody, what is in those court documents that Drew wants sealed? Okay. For a stepfather to be awarded custody of a child that's not biologically his, what is going on over there? Drew made the case for the judge presiding over the divorce to reconsider the decision, ordering her to vacate the Georgia home she shares with Ralph by the end of May. Okay. And that's a good point. So you have evidence of child abuse from 2024, and instead of reporting to the police, you reported in your divorce hearing 2 years later. Something ain't all the way. The elevator don't go all the way to the top, y'all. Starting to fight the elevator don't go all the way to the top. We are children's biggest advocates. It is up to us to advocate for our children, to protect them. And if this is allegedly true, Drew was not protecting her own child. She stayed with the man who allegedly, according to her, was abusing him. And now that, like this person said, 2 years later, you've been going through a divorce for 2 years. Why wait so long? Why wait so long, y'all? Is it now you have lost so much that you're willing now to bring it to the court's attention? And if these allegations are true, I feel for that son. His biological father, it sounds like he's not present. His stepfather, allegedly, I've seen him cheat on my mom, probably see them argue, separate. My father, the man I thought, has been raising me as a father, for some reason is living in the basement of our house. And now on top of that, we find out allegedly he was beating the boy. Okay? He was beating the boy. So I go back. I haven't watched too much of this season. We might talk about why I haven't watched it. Let me know if you care to hear that. In the past season, I've watched Drew, pick at Kelly, show up to events with, I think at one point, a dog bone in her purse. It's giving her priorities have not been the right spaces. Okay. Y'all saying I'm right. The elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. No shade. Yeah, no tea, no shade. It still doesn't excuse her for those missing 20. That's another thing. I did read that they missed 20 days of school and they were late 20 days. Yeah, according to this, he was allegedly beating the son. Allegedly beating the son. But as a mother, where were you? Where were you? Okay. It's sad. You're supposed to be that child's protector. Why not say these things when the court probably first, I don't know if it was a court that ruled that he could live in the basement or that was a mutual decision. Were you afraid of him and that's why you stayed? Drew, I don't know. I just don't know about you, girl. I just don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then also allegedly you were dating a woman at this, the one woman that everybody in Atlanta said they've been with. I can't remember her name at the moment, but the basketball player. I forgot about that happening. You and your sister have fell out at one point. You kind of a mess, girl. You kind of a mess. Okay. From what I read, it's the son that she and Ralph have together. I thought they had a little girl though. Don't they have a boy and a girl? I thought the boy was. I thought they only had 2 kids. And I thought the boy's father was not in the picture, the biological father. Yeah, I thought they had, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought they had two kids, one biologically from both of them, which is a daughter. And then Josiah, I thought he was trying to adopt Josiah. And that Josiah's father was not, the biological father is not in his life. And that's why Ralph was going to adopt him. Y'all let me know in the chat because I thought that was the situation. Please make sure you guys are liking the live. I have 26 people on here, only 19 likes. How is that happening? Okay, I need some more likes, please. More likes. But let me know, did I get that wrong? I thought they only had two kids. Y'all will let me know in the chat. Okay, let me know in the chat if I was wrong about that. She clearly said documented history of abuse, and she was confused as to why the court would rule in his favor. Well, the court could say you failed to protect the children. But then again, like, why would they, if it was documented, why would they hand over the child to them? But we see so many cases, though, in the news where the court decides to rule in the favor of someone who was allegedly abusing a child. That's nothing new. Okay, that's nothing new. But I'm like, what are the alternatives to keep the children with her when there looks like there are some documenting things showing she's not in the best place, probably not in the best place financially. I believe her sister lives in, is it Chicago? What's her village like? Okay, what's her village like? Okay, so they have two together. So I wonder which child was he abusing allegedly, and was he only abusing one child? I think people are not giving Drew enough grace. Everyone seems so quick to jump on the Drew hate train, and it's weird. I don't think it's weird. Okay. And for me, it's not the hate train. It's just I've watched the show up until this current season, and I've just seen a history of a woman who has been so hyper fixated on trying to check, trying to be in with the crew of girls, the women, instead of maybe focusing what was going on at home. Those kids missed 20 days of school, allegedly. They were late another 20 days, allegedly. They're living with a man who allegedly abused them, one of them. And she has no money to take care of them. So to me, it's not the hate train. You got to look at the facts. The car facts are telling me this car is not worth driving off the lot. Okay. It's a lemon. It's been a lemon for a long time. We even watched them go to therapy. What was it, 3 seasons ago? That didn't work either. Okay. And then I think it came out that she was giving him her checks. Text messages submitted as evidence during the divorce wrote that Drew gave 50% of her check, Housewives Atlanta income, movie earnings, endorsement deals to Ralph. It is also alleged that he took $300,000 from her personal injury settlement. Now, I want to cue back to something. Because I believe I watched a Carlos King interview. Y'all let me know who it was with. But he was dropping nuggets, and probably hints now that I think back to it, that a lot of these housewives give their husbands part of their checks. And of course, now that I'm wondering if Carlos, of course, knew that one of those people was Drew. Okay? Was Drew. But damn, y'all. Damn. Let's read through it, okay? According to TMZ, messages submitted as evidence during the divorce revealed Drew claimed she paid Ralph Pittman half of the checks. As part of her plea, Drew included text messages. One alleged text dated April 13th, 2026. Drew wrote to her ex, I most definitely cannot afford $9,000 of household expenses at this time. Damn, that's a lot of expensive. $9,000 a month? Are you going to pay off half of the groceries as well as half of the kids' expenses this month? She asked. Ralph added, good morning. I believe this is very generous as you haven't contributed anything towards the home for years. That's Ralph saying that. Your attorney should advise you, but if you don't pay, you will be in contempt. So what? I want to say, what was she doing with all the money that she was earning? But she gave half of the money to him of everything. So then it also goes back. Wasn't there a situation like a year ago? Or maybe it was 2 years ago. When somebody, a makeup artist or somebody doing hair or something, was saying that she didn't get paid from Drew. That Drew don't pay people. Let me know if y'all remember that. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, newbies in the chat. T, I see you. April, I see you. Do y'all remember that story? Let me know in the chat if y'all remember that. What was it? Okay. Was it a food vendor? Was it somebody who did her hair? It was something like that. And it was, I think, a storyline on the show. Okay. Now back to these text messages. All right. Ralph, how can you say I haven't given you money towards a house in years? I've given you 50% of my RHOA money, and all along you were getting paid directly from Bravo as well. Damn, she got suckered. I gave you 50% of my endorsement deals and my movies. Let's talk about how you took $300K out of my money I received personally on my personal injury settlement. Damn. She asked Ralph why the mortgage had not been paid on their Georgia home, claiming they were behind $25,000 in payments. Ralph responded, you're making stuff up again, so I won't entertain. On April 14th, Drew wrote, you have done the ultimate betrayal and tried to destroy me as a mom, defame my character, career, and brand me as a human being time and time again. So please just focus on what's best for the kids moving forward. In response, Ralph scoffed at Drew's claim she would be homeless if forced to leave their home. He like, and? Bitch, and? He said, you can no longer hide and don't want people to see you for who you really are. All the lies you told are being cleared without me doing anything. You're a terrible person, and I pray you work on your spirit. Oh, it's getting nasty, y'all. Don't try and act like you want me to be a mom now. It's too late. Ralph added, you're too delusional to even understand what's happening. Try praying for yourself. Damn. Damn, Gina. Calling you delusional. This again goes back to, how did the judge decide that the kids were best with him over her? Something in those papers, y'all. It's something in those court documents that she doesn't want people to see. It has to be. Because if y'all are $25,000 behind in a mortgage, that's on both y'all. Okay. And I thought I read somewhere also that her name wasn't on the show, that her name was also not on the house. So that might be one reason. It's because legally the house is in his name. He's the owner. And he could probably prove you haven't been paying nothing. So that's how she probably got evicted. Because it seemed like it was a tenant situation. Or he could have had it written down in contracts like she was a tenant. Yeah, I gotta read them papers. Okay. What y'all say in the chat? Okay. Drew be moving so shady. I really tried to like her and give her a shot. But man, she be lying. Yeah, we see it. She be lying. Her and Sheree had hired the same person and somebody wasn't paying. But that Christmas gift exchange, her first year, she gave a re-gift. Hey, Felicia. So to me, it's looking like, because I remember on the show that I think, was it her first season or second? She said that she didn't know anything about where the money went, that Ralph was the one who had his name on everything. So, I own a home myself, and I've been through the process of buying a home and seeing other people documents. And I want to think that he had the home listed in his name. And because of that, she has no right to the home. And it seems like she was portrayed probably in the documents and the paperwork as a tenant. And it's because she is a tenant, looking at the documents, she's a tenant. She has to be able to prove that she was paying, I guess, rent. Let's just say rent. And she probably can't come up with documents or proof that she was paying rent. So in the court's eyes, they can evict you. Okay. That's what it's kind of giving to me. He was smart about the paperwork, and she loved him. She believed in him. And unfortunately, she didn't think twice. He protected himself. And she didn't protect her or them kids. There's a good comment right here. They said Todd was an opportunist. Nah, this ninja the most definitely was. Shaking my head. Yeah. And the way he's talking to her in these messages, the gaslighting. Pray for yourself. You're too delusional. Going back to our reading now, guys. Drew said, you got banished from church for trying to date the politician's daughter, you loser. My mom and I tried to save you. Now I pay you repent. What do we say about putting Gorilla Glue on a man? Okay. So you are admitting you tried to save him. It was a project. Oh, but he saw something in you and he was smarter than you. Okay, he was smarter than you. Man, they got the messages. TMZ obtained alleged text message between Drew and Ralph. Good morning, Ralph. I have reviewed your monthly expense tracker, and I most definitely cannot afford. We were at that part. Ralph says on the 13th, good morning. I produced per order and believe this is very generous. You haven't contributed. Her attorney, she must not have a good attorney. The spreadsheet contains major expenses. There will be other smaller costs that I'll send you directly. For instance, I had to buy salt. He petty. I had to buy salt for the pool as it's being serviced today and light bulbs. Dang, he petty. She was really giving this man everything money-wise. Damn. He's smart, though, because one thing Carlos also says that most of the husbands don't get paid. Okay. Most of husbands don't get paid, so he did. I also wonder, even though we didn't really see him too much last season, or was it the first couple? It must have been last season's episodes that I watched. Um, didn't we kind of hear his voice in the basement? I wonder if he got paid just for them having to use his voice. Yeah, these are just more copies of the text messages. Ralph asked why the mortgage had not been paid on their Georgia home, claiming they were behind. Dang, $25,000. He's smart though, because she's continuing the text messages to kind of rattle off, and he's just keeping it like not giving her much. And I think that probably infuriated her more. Yeah, Ralph was smarter than her. Don't try and act like you want to be a mom now. It's too late. You're too delusional to even understand what's happening. Damn, Drew. You lost your kids. You lost your house. That's sad. That is sad, man. Where did she go now? Where did she go? Did she just get her like a little apartment? And the shame and embarrassment that's going to come along with that too. Oh, man. Oh, it goes on. Let me bring this up so y'all can see the messages. Oh, I tried to date a politician's daughter, and you and your mom tried to save me, Ralph said with a laughing emoji. He said, I know I'm a loser, and guess what? You are too. Damn. You are too with the clown emoji. Watch, when you get your attorney bill, you're really going to feel like a loser, he said. Damn. Damn. Okay. Yeah, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Thank you. Hit that like button. Jesus. How is she going to pay? If she really has no money, y'all, how is she going to pay for the attorney fees? He might try and get her for child support. Maybe alimony. Jesus. Y'all let me know in the chat, like, are y'all surprised? And I really feel like there is more to come. It's just what's in those court documents. Okay. Oh, thank you for the super chat, April. Denise, you think Drew's sister could be her mom, and now that could affect her outlook if she was raised by pastor's granny? Second, I believe Drew likes the ladies and is in the closets. Now, are you asking if do I really believe that Drew's sister is actually her mother? Let me know if that's what you're saying, April. The second part, I do believe that because of the church covering, the church teachings, I'm not going to say that I think that Drew is in the closet. I think Drew has experimented with her sexuality. I think that because of religion, once again, she hasn't been open about dating Ty. Now I remember, I think her name is Ty, right? I don't think Drew has ultimately been living in her truth. Where that truth is related to her sexuality, where that truth is in her marriage, I don't think we really know who Drew is. Okay. I don't think we know who Drew is. And I honestly wonder, does Drew know who she is? And we've discussed this on this channel so many times. I feel like religious trauma is so big. Living in the shadow of what God is supposed to see you as, what the church is supposed to see you as. Do I think that she has dipped in the lady pond? I do. Okay, I do. But I just don't think Drew has ever really lived in her truth. I think Drew has morphed into maybe what she thought Ralph needed, the show needed, the fans wanted. And I think it would be best for her to kind of, I want to say walk away from the show, but it's money for her. But just to tell her own story, to be authentic. That's what's really missing from these shows. These women don't live authentic lives. And I think if Drew was honest about her marriage, her relationship, I think that so many women could relate to the marriage part. Some might say being married to a narc. The overshadowing of religious trauma and how it's had such a grip and chokehold on her life. People could relate to that. Okay. People could relate to that. April said the sister writes hard for her, but the age gap is giving pastors granny wanted to protect the family. I gotta look into that. Well, you think that her sister could be her mother? I've only seen the sister on the show a couple times, and I remember she had some kind of mental health breakdown or something a couple of seasons ago. I don't know much about her sister. What's the age gap? Is it like a 15, 20-year age gap? But yeah, I think that at this point I would pivot from this. I would own it. Because of different reasons. Pressures of the church. Pressures I thought I had to live this life of being this good wife. I never learned, what it was like to be a wife. I didn't have that mirroring. So I made decisions based off of needs of other people. I've people pleased my whole life. I've struggled to know who I am. Now that I've, gone through this divorce, it really broke me. And I'm starting all over. And I'm trying to figure out who is Drew. I know who Drew Sidora is because the world has told me who she is. But I'm trying to figure out who Drew is. Beyond the cameras, beyond the mom, beyond the relationship. Just own it. Let me know in the chat, would y'all watch that? Just own it. People love authentic storytelling. People love relatability. And of course, there are going to be people out here who are going to be like, I knew she was a mess. I knew from day one she wasn't really the preacher's daughter, the preacher's girl, whatever it is. But look past that. Because no matter what you do in life, people are going to have some shit to say. No matter what you do. You can hit the lotto and give everybody you know $1 million. And somebody's still going to say, she only gave us $1 million? It took her too long to give me that check. She's sitting over there and she just got a settlement for $1 billion and she only gave us $1 million? No matter what you do, people need something to talk about. Because people need a distraction from their own shit. Okay? They need a distraction from their own lives. And sometimes that's picking on your life. That's projecting. That's logging onto the internet and leaving shitty ass comments. The power people don't have in their regular lives, They come to the internet and get it. The control, the power. Okay? That's why the internet thrives. Because there's so many people doom scrolling to forget what I'm dealing with, to forget my own life, and to live through lives of other people, to project, to have parasocial relationships. On the internet, I can feel like I'm somebody. Okay? I can put up this fake profile. I can become the person I've always wanted to be in my real life that I can't be. So you have to recognize that no matter what you do, people are going to have a problem. And so I want to see Drew just own this shit. Just own it. Get you a real therapist, not no damn life coach. No offense, but that man, it ain't working. Okay? It ain't working with that man. You've been logging on the computer screen talking to that we seen you talk to every couple of seasons. It's not working. Okay? But y'all let me know in the chat. Would y'all want to see an authentic narrative? I would. Okay. I would. There's lots of people who have been married to a man like Ralph. Lots of people. Okay. April Sarah's story could be so compelling. Look at how Summer House fans have embraced Mia. Is her name Mia? I thought it was something else. And her conversation about her mom and her boyfriend. I don't watch Summer House, so I'm not too familiar, but I've seen all the stuff going on in the headlines. Okay. I could never get in the Summer House because I could never get over the photo that there's only one black girl. That's why I could never watch that show. Okay. One black girl. And of course, the only black girl gets fucked over. Okay. Saw it coming. But I could never get into that show because I'm like, out of all these people, y'all can only find one black girl. Okay. So I could never get into that show. But I feel bad for everything that the main chick is going through. Okay. But I think authentic storytelling is thriving right now. You know, like your life isn't all put together. You're kind of a mess. You know, maybe you was, doing some lines in the bathroom a couple times and nobody knew. Okay? Mia is a new other black girl. Oh, there's two now? Oh, okay. There's two now. Oh, okay. There's two. Two out of what? How many people are on that show? 8? 8? And they got 2 black girls? I think I did see, because I think my mother-in-law watches that show and she tried to get me to watch it. And I'm like, I can never watch it because there's only one black girl. She said the same thing. She's like, well, there's 2 now. Still not gonna watch it. I think like over Christmas break, I think I watched like the first season. I went back and tried to start watching and I couldn't get past like the 3rd or 4th episode. I was like, I can't do this. Okay. Drew's sister is in her 50s now. Oh, maybe early 60s. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Y'all got something here. Interesting. Okay, I can't believe she was giving that man all her money. Okay, all her money. What else we got going on? What Drew got going on? No shade. I truly know how quickly things can get twisted in the world of social media, especially during a time like this in my life. As I navigate this transition and move through my divorce, I want to be very clear. I have no desire to tear down or attack another woman. That's simply not who I am. Come on now. Was you at that lady restaurant saying it was closed down? Come on now, girl. That's simply not who I am. It's not the energy I'm moving in. That said, I do take full accountability for what's been posted from my page. Some comments were made by a team member who had access and acted independently in ways that don't reflect me or my values. That individual is no longer part of my team, but out of respect for the positive contributions that have been made in the past, I won't publicly shame them. I reached out privately to those affected because I believe certain conversations belong in real respectful spaces and not just online. If you truly know me, you know where to find me. Oh, what happened? Oh, these are the comments Kelly made about her team. Okay. What is with the beef back and forth with Kelly and Drew? Imagine where you would be if you focus on your family. Ooh, instead of focusing on me. Ooh. I'm not doing this with you tonight. I have carpool in the morning. Damn, the shade. The shade. I have carpool and you don't because you ain't got your kids. Ooh-wee. Hashtag drowning Drew. Hashtag get off threads. Bitch, what? That's low. That's low. You know that lady just lost her kids. Okay. And your ex ain't that great either. Okay. Isn't her ex also saying stuff about her? Low. Lisa said I'm personally done with shows in general, but I do believe Drew is a kind soul, and sometimes people with kind souls get used and abused. I do believe Drew was nice initially on the show. I do feel like Drew, I think she got caught up in, and I feel like now that I'm going back to this interview with Carlos King, I feel like he was talking about Drew. I feel like she got caught up in women come on these shows and they try so hard to fit in with the lifestyle, with the girls, with the relationships, that they are not really that girl, but they try so hard to. And they end up losing out on themselves, on their lives. And I think Drew is one of those people. I think she's a victim of just so many different things. Not making excuses for her, but a victim of I think church trauma, marrying the wrong man, people pleasing. I think she's a people pleaser. And I think she also just struggles with, not having self-worth. And when you have all those things combined together, it's going to be hard for you to function in an environment like the Real Housewives. Okay, like the Real Housewives. Those reality shows come off phony and manufactured. I'll stick with Love After Lockup. I used to watch Love After Lockup. The biggest issue with Drew is that she wants loyalty and support, but won't be honest with anyone about anything. I agree. Yeah, BJ, the shade. The shade, honey. And yes, April, Kelly's ex went down Natasha K so she can pipe down. Yeah, her ex ain't that great. Allegedly, he not paying her child support. He don't see the kids. And I thought he threatened to sue her. Okay? I thought he threatened to sue her. So he ain't the greatest either. I wonder, sometimes I feel like these women go back and forth with each other because they are a reflection of one another. I think in some ways, Kelly is like Drew. But instead of acknowledging that we're very similar, they beef with each other. And I don't know who started it. It probably was Drew in the beginning. Okay. But they are very similar. They're trying to raise their kids by themselves. They both, I think, have a lot of debt. I think for the most part, Drew has been able to hide it. Not no more. I hear that Kelly also has a lot of debt. She needs to lay off the fucking fillers too. Okay. When I look at her face, it's like a blowfish. Lay off the damn fillers, girl. So I think when it comes to them, they're very similar. And that's why they can't really get along, is because they don't want to admit that they're the same. Okay, they don't want to admit that they're the same. Drew is trying to secure her position for next season, doing the most for a check that only cheapens her integrity. I asked earlier, like, where does Drew go from here? Okay, where do you go from here? You really can't fake it. You can't avoid the questions. You can't avoid talking about it. Do you get you a little rental? A little piece of apartment? As Funky might say, it's a little piece of a townhouse. All right, get you a little bit of something. But I don't really think she has to secure a storyline, because she has it if she chooses to talk about it. Okay. If she chooses to talk about it, she don't really need a storyline. Like, her life is a mess. Lean into it. Rock with it. Lean with it. Rock with it. But I feel like Kelly and Drew are the same. I just think that she's able to hide a lot better. I didn't miss Kelly. It was great. I love the dynamic of these women. I can do without Phaedra too. She should be a friend of. Drew said, I don't think anybody missed Kelly. The comments are saying Drew wrote that, not her assistant. Yeah, is that the line these days? My team wrote that. It wasn't me. It was my team. Okay, it was my team. Y'all saying she trying to secure a storyline. She don't really need one, though. Just lean into what's going on. Even if you don't talk about the kids, your marriage ended. Lean into that. Just lean into that. But I have not been able to really watch this season. Yeah, April, I was hacked. That's the one too. That one is played out though. They don't say I was hacked no more. They just say somebody on my team. That's a new one. Somebody on my team. And that person no longer with us. But yeah, I just haven't been able to get into this season because the first episode to me just felt so disjointed. It just feels like the ladies show up for a scene. And it just feels like it revolves around Portia, and I don't understand why. Y'all explain this to me in the chat. I don't understand why Portia has been able to get away with so much. And nobody really calls her out. And when they do call her out, they just like curl up in the ball. Like, oh, I didn't really mean to say that. Sorry, Portia. It's just like, I don't even know where to start, y'all. Where do I start? I don't like the idea of a woman serial dating while you have a young child, a daughter. She was with Dennis. Then she was with Simon. Then she was dating the guy from Redefine Love, who's also a big actor. Now she dating this other girl. I get concerned about like the different people, and her daughter is like, what, 6? Okay. Is she like 6? Bringing so many different people around a young child's life. Okay, I don't like that. It feels like people try and call her out about, being married to Simon so quick, but everybody just laughs it off like, oh, it's just Portia. Okay. And Portia's like, 90 days and then I want a ring. And everyone thinks it's so funny. But Portia's a mess also. Okay. And then continuing to stay in that man's house, bring a new man into the house, have a party in that house. It's like, it's just, Mm-mm. I couldn't do it. Then every time Kelly come on the screen, all I see is all the filler and her trying so hard. Phaedra really doesn't give us anything. Yet because she's Phaedra, it's easy for her to collect the check. I just like Portia willing to give up her longtime friendship with Shamia. Shamia also getting caught up in the drama of being on the show, which contributed also to her losing her relationship with Phaedra. It's like it doesn't feel like what these housewives shows used to feel like in the heyday. Okay, hey chat. Hey Rose. I just feel like the good old days of the housewives, and it just doesn't feel the same to me. And so for me, that's why it's been hard to like watch it. I don't even think I finished last season. Okay. I didn't finish it last season because just like, this doesn't feel weird. This feels weird. Portia makes me uncomfortable with the amount of selfishness. Yeah, she's so selfish. And nobody cares, it seems like. It's the Portia show. It's the Portia show. It's uncomfortable for you to watch because it's like, y'all really let this woman get away with so much. So much. And the network just throws money at her. Nene built RHOA now in 26. RHOA is, the Portia Williams franchise. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's hard for me to watch this like, it's centered around her. She can get away with so much. And I just couldn't do it. I can't do it, y'all. I haven't tried Rhode Island. Once again, we're the black people. The only one I watched that has no black people, don't shame me for this, okay? I have watched Orange County forever. And every season I'm still like, where are the people of color? And don't y'all bring up that one girl, okay? Don't bring up that one girl. I want to see some real people of color. I just want to see, it's just like, I can't do it, y'all. Okay, wholeheartedly agree. I would have loved to have seen Angela with the OGs. Yeah, it just feels like it's disjointed. Who actually is a wife? Angela? Oh, Shamia is too. Oh, and then Pinky. Pinky.
And maybe we could set up some tables right here. We put everybody at a pod. It's 8 of them. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Pinky is also a mess to me. Don't her husband be humbling her too? I don't want to watch a woman get humbled by her husband. Okay. Yeah, when I look at this, all I see is filler, y'all. Just so much filler. Confessional is tea, though. Remind me of Little Kim in that purple. I forgot. So we got Pinky as a wife, Angel as a wife. Oh, sorry, Angela as a wife. And Shamia. Okay. Oh, and Michelle. K. Michelle also. K. Michelle's a wife. It's so crazy to me because Pinky is a mess, but I keep seeing all these things online about people are starting to develop training programs about being an entrepreneur, and Pinky is the face. I think Earn Your Leisure is branding with her to build some kind of course. I don't, somebody explain it to me because I don't understand it. I don't understand how she's been through all these things. And yep, these big companies, these big platforms are like, come over here and teach a course on being a business person and an entrepreneur. I don't get it, y'all. I don't. I'm just calling a thing a thing. Okay, let me see what y'all say in the chat. Okay. Kenya Moore would never be the face of RHOA. Oh yeah, we gotta talk. There's so much to talk about. We gotta talk about her hair spa stuff. Portia doesn't have any type of education or skill to do anything else but reality TV. Some Lifetime movies and sitcoms. I haven't watched any episodes of the new. So it's not just me who hasn't watched the new season. It doesn't feel the same because it isn't. That's why I no longer watch it. It's so much consistent and pointless manufactured drama. Yes, Lisa, totally agree. I thought it was just me. This is what happens when Portia and Phaedra are the anchors of the show. They are really. And why is Cynthia here? Like, why is Cynthia here? Like you're saying, Shamia could go. Rhode Island, some of them are Middle Eastern, but Portia doesn't have anyone to challenge her. That's the thing. You got a good point, sir. No one is there to challenge her. And I wonder, what are they afraid of? What's the tea that Phaedra has on these other girls that they are afraid to come up against her? Or is it that she's the Jackie of the show? Okay? She can come on the show and get away with murder. I shouldn't say Jackie. That's not who I meant. But you know what I mean. Kind of like the face of the brand. So they can kind of get away with anything. But when I was watching it, I saw the clip where Portia was saying how Kelly was in LA sleeping with a married man. And Kelly was saying that that's not true. And the way Kelly responded was like, it's true. It's true. I was like, damn, girl. It reminded me, like, that's why they're afraid. Because she has so much on them and they're afraid of her spilling their tea out. That's what I think it is. Okay. Bravo got rid of 7 women on Real Housewives. I think one thing, unless you really pay attention and kind of follow the blogs and things, every season they try out different girls. Okay. They try out several girls. And they somehow are able to have new people come on and film and we never see them. They erase their scenes. They edit the scenes. Was it last season or a couple of seasons ago they actually had, was it like Angela Simmons on there? But they erased all her scenes. But they always try out a bunch of new girls. But Pinky is so random to me. Okay, Pinky is so random. If it wasn't for YouTube careers, I wouldn't be up to date. Yeah, I guess I'm in the same boat, Magnolia. I'm still up to date because of all the blogs and everything that I see. Pinky is still trying to understand the quickness of her and her. Oh, you're still trying to understand, yeah. Because she had she said 4 kids or 3, and I saw one confessional. She couldn't even remember one of them name. She was trying to name her kids, and it was like, which one is this one? It's just so random. I don't understand Pinky. I don't understand K. Michelle, even though K. Michelle is good TV. I saw her on the Sherry Shepherd show. She is good TV. I just don't understand how she got here.
Had health issues a few years ago,
Yes.
and you've been very open about having to get surgeries and all that. How are you doing now, and kind of what's the takeaway of living through that for you?
You know, throughout filming, I was really sick. You know, normally with the silicone
Oh.
situations, I'll have an episode about, once a year that's like really bad for me. And it's like, it always shows his face when I have to. If you don't have your health,
Yeah.
that's something that we take for granted. I have been better, but that is something you'll never fully heal from. You always have to deal with your health.
Yeah.
Because it's always in you. You can never remove all of it. So
Oh, wow.
there's certain things like I can't eat and things I can't do, like people my age can do. And, that mentally, that does affect me mentally. And I just have my days where I don't want to be healthy. I have my days where I don't want to do this,
Yeah.
So it's something that I battle with, It's an emotional thing for me. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be living. I'm happy that I can talk to people. And it's something that I can never forget. If you don't have your health.
I like K Michelle. I just don't understand. I don't get how she ended up on Real Housewives. I like that she's authentic. I just I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, y'all. And maybe it's not for me to understand, but I like her as a person. I liked her when she was on the Queen's Court. I just don't understand. Like, it just feels disjointed. Like, none of these people are really friends. They're all here to collect a check and make a show. But Pinky, K Michelle, Cynthia, like, I don't get it.
I'm sitting on my patio at Lake Bailey, minding my own business, only to go on my social media and come across a tweet from K Michelle. I almost spilled my tea, honey.
It's time.
First of all, I hope I'm not the person you activated.
I can't play all these clips, so they gonna Bravo is gonna give me a copyright strike. So, I saw this. Yeah, I don't get it. Y'all let me know in the chat. Like, it just feels disjointed to me. When we get the promo pictures of last season, I thought Kelly and Britt were Mia Thornton lookalikes. I think Mia was also trying to get on Housewives of Atlanta. Rhode Island is okay. I too watch Orange County, Beverly Hills, and Jersey. I've never watched Beverly Hills, never watched Jersey. Oh, you think Earn Your Leisure is a scam? The scam business right now is booming. Okay, scam business is booming. But I don't understand. Like, why would you partner with somebody? You're a big brand about educating people about finances, money, especially the Black community. Like, why would you partner with somebody who's gone through bankruptcy, lost their home? I think even, was it 2 years ago, like, had employees saying that they weren't being paid by her. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. Like, why build a class for people to pay into and learn from somebody who some might say is a shady businesswoman? And I don't want to look at Earn Your Leisure as a scam. Okay, I really don't want to look at it like a scam, but it's just not clocking to me. It's not clocking to me. Oh yeah, I did hear, sir. Didn't they say that Jocelyn has tried to get on the Housewives for quite some time? Was it Kenya that was blocking her? Or was it that they saw that she wasn't like a fit for the show? I did hear that somewhere. I think it's the Giselle effect, and they're scared of angering the fan favorite. Okay, I can see that. Leave Big Sis Cynthia alone. I just don't get why she here. I don't get it. Oh, Earn Your Leisure are some grifters. Okay, so it's not just me who's starting to be like, what we doing here, y'all? What we doing? Like, Pinky? Did I miss something? Do I want to pay money to learn from somebody who's been not the greatest with their own business dealings? Okay. I don't know. Something don't make sense to me. And I don't want to believe it's a scam. But I just don't know why you would have someone like that teaching the black community, which a lot of their following, is the black community, people who have come from poverty, people who don't have a lot of money. Unless it was to scam some folks. I hate to say that, y'all. I hate to say that. She got a botched BBL. She's still dealing with medically. I think one of the comments said, if you're still leaking fluid and going through all those health issues, you probably shouldn't be on the show. I think they pulled Pinky in because of her entrepreneurial success with slutty vegan business and proximity to the Atlanta Wood Circle. Never heard of Angela, but familiar with her husband. But Pinky, I think there's just so many business people, especially people of color, who have not gone through a lot of things that Pinky has. I don't know. Didn't she also charge like $1,000 for a vision board party last year? Something doesn't make sense to me. The original cast of Housewives, newbies would never get this mess. She obviously don't make good choices. They're gonna use Pinky and her attachment to the show. Oh, y'all really think it's about getting into her network? It sounds like. Do they really need to do that though? Do they really need to get into her network? These newbies at Bravo hired for the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 would never meet the original cast. I'm not registering for any instructions from someone who's shady / concerning business practices. Thank you, Hampton. Because I'm like, why would I want to learn from somebody like that? Okay. Why? No, Rose. Most of them are not actually housewives. That's another thing. The housewives don't actually have housewives anymore. Pinky did file for bankruptcy and lost her house, but then got it back. I don't know, child. I don't know. Yeah, Jocelyn recently tagged Annie to social media to get on the Real Housewives of Miami. I never watched Miami either. But Jocelyn pregnant now, so I think that would be like, maybe do her own show. I think so the stuff that Jocelyn is promoting right now, is that her network with her husband? I forgot what it's called. Oh, Kelly filed for bankruptcy too. See, I'm telling y'all that Kelly and Drew are more similar than what they think. And that's why they don't get along. Okay. Pinky going through all this controversy brings viewers to Bravo. I don't know about that, sir. I don't know about that. Couldn't they have gotten somebody else, though? Couldn't they have gotten somebody else? $1,000 for a vision board party. Child, you better hop on this Zoom and share this Canva password. Yeah, was it this December she had a vision board party that was like, was it $1,000 or was it $2,000? Atlanta's about who you know, not what you know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but acknowledge me when I'm right. I just wonder if Earn Your Leisure really needs a Pinky to bring in that inner circle. I feel like they've already had their own connections. Didn't they have like or your leisure, like conference, convention, whatever. Isn't that normally in Atlanta? Like, I feel like they have so many other business connections with um rappers, people who own restaurants. I don't know. Something don't it doesn't feel right to me. And I would not be surprised if something comes out later this year about the business dealings that they're doing together. Something don't sit right with me. So how, is it does the Y is it YH? Is it does that stand for something? She's beefing with Zeus right now. But that's a new market they haven't tapped. Oh. I thought don't they know I thought they had their convention there every year in Atlanta. Perhaps it's the feminine face that oh. But they have so many other women come on that show who are realtors. Um, but maybe like Pinky is popping right now. I just personally, as a business owner, I would not want to learn from someone like Pinky. What are you teaching me? Like, what are you really teaching me? I just think there's so many other people that they could, females also that they can bring on who are familiar with Atlanta, realtors, people who own restaurants, investors. I just like it feels a little bit exploitive, you know, a little exploitative. Okay. Um, in other news, Miss Madam has lost her salon. Okay. Kenya Moore Hair Care. Kenya Moore Hair Care has been put out. Damn. She got evicted.
I've had my share.
She got evicted, y'all. After months of people speculating that did she ever really do hair there? Was it ever really opened? They got security. Oh, they got security right there. It's finally closed, officially. Now, I don't know what originally happened. Did she ever really? I saw her in a couple of videos do a couple heads. But why do y'all think that it never really picked up off the ground? And then this messiness right here. Not Britt Edie. Driving by. Come on now, you just happen to be in the area. Yeah, right. It's giving obsessed. It's giving obsessed. Okay. It's giving obsessed. Some of y'all, oh, sir, you feel sorry for Kenya? Thank you. I knew they had an annual event in Atlanta. I was always rooting for Kenya because of her family and love life, but she's just so mean-spirited. Yeah, she is mean, y'all. But she said, let me pull up what she actually said. Why? Apparently her and her daughter are in Japan. I spent several weeks moving out of my salon as a result of ongoing legal battle with the landlord who has failed to reimburse me nearly $80K of improvement funds I am rightfully owed. My only recourse was to withhold rent and file a countersuit. I already have an outfit laid out for court, child. Okay. To all amazing women and men who came in and twirled out in style, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The salon chapter is closing. Trust me, it's not the end. It's just the beginning of a new era. Stay tuned for what's next. Oh, somebody says she brings her daughter into it when she wants to soften the blow. Manipulation 101. It's not the first time I've seen her do that, actually. Not her trying to use the baby for sympathy. Didn't she do that before when she got fired or something? She decided to say she was writing a book, and they said the book was all AI. Was that last year? King investing all the money for a location she was leasing didn't make sense to me. She is a great villain, though. Most businesses fail. Running a business isn't easy. I was rooting for Kenya. I don't know if I believe like most businesses fail. I've been in business since 2019. I'm not failing. I'm ready for housewives to end their humility era. I do notice at times, though, that Kenya does use her daughter for sympathy. Dang. Do you think that she's really going to court with the landlord, or was that just an excuse? Once again, just own it. Like you tried it and it just didn't work out. Just say that. King is a strong woman. She will rise. It just kind of seems like ever since she lost her job, like it's been blow after blow. I think the first one was when she wrote that book and people said it was just AI. People have always questioned like her hair business. Was it ever really open? I know she just stopped filming this show with Amazon Prime. I think April, you had told me about that last month that she was filming a show. But and also her house supposedly had a lien on it. Just she seems like she's been going through a lot. She's been going through a lot. You would think though, after the whole Brit Edie situation, that Bravo would kind of give her another chance. But it's always been alleged that, Kenya was hard to work with. She was a mean girl. She was mean to production. And maybe it was just a way for them to finally get rid of her. I do wonder about her relationship with Brooklyn, though. Because it seems like at times Kenya can be very mean. She has moments where she just kind of like, what's the word? I don't want to say snaps, but she can just have a mood swing. And I wonder, for a little girl, like that can be like very hard. And not to mention, Kenya also has her own mother issues. So I wonder how that plays a role in her relationship with Brooklyn. Not sure, but I think it's illegal in Georgia to hold rent. Well, she got kicked out, so she ended up getting kicked out. Hope somebody came and picked up her stuff. Kenya won't stop. She has a permanent chip on her shoulder and always feels the need to prove herself to her own detriment. I totally agree with that, April. I wholeheartedly agree. But that comes from like having that mother wound, like always having to prove yourself. Prove yourself good enough, prove that I'm strong, prove that I can make it, prove that the hurt doesn't affect me. I think Kenya's whole life has been a fight. She's been fighting since the beginning. Her time on the show has passed. Those are I never looked at her eyes. She be wearing contacts? I don't be looking at her that deep. Kenya has been going through a lot. Yes, she has. But yeah, I just think that she's always had to. My whole life, I always had to fight. That is Kenya. That is king. It's sad though. I hope that she does get some therapy or get some help so that her own like hurt and pain does not pour into Brooklyn, you know? But based off some of the things I've seen on the show, she does kind of have a nasty attitude at times. And off rip, she just kind of like just has these like fluctuating like mood swings. Okay. Oh, yeah, her ex-husband didn't help that either. Do y'all think they were ever really married? Are they still going through a divorce or did they finally get finalized? Yeah, I said she's been wearing them contacts for a long time. But yes, she just has a nasty attitude. Period. Okay, sir. He said she's got a nasty attitude. And maybe like, you know, it's kind of sad, but I think she kind of played a role in this. Like her career is turning into what Kim Zolciak's is, where she has to do these reality TV shows with other networks to try and make money and stay relevant. But all she had to do was probably have a better attitude and she would still be on RHOA. That's a big check to lose. That had to be a blow to lose that money. I don't really follow her, so I don't know if she gets like partnership deals. But I wonder how is she making up for that income that she lost from Bravo? Are people buying her hair products like that? Y'all let me know what other business endeavors does she have that maybe I don't know about. Kenya thinks she's always right and the smartest one in the room. I watched her last YouTube live and she was just talking about she wasn't going to pay rent. Oh, okay. Her ego. Sounds like her ego was in the room. Yeah, you can't tell her nothing. 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 Yeah, you can't tell her nothing. Very sad. Very sad. But anything else y'all want to talk about tonight that I missed? Any other relationship stuff that I missed tonight that y'all want to talk about? I can't play clips because every time I play a bunch of clips, I always get hit with like a copyright for the clips. Yeah, I won't be reacting to Housewives this year. I just can't get into it. Hey, Divine Feminine. Yeah, we talked about Meg and Klay at the beginning. So you'll probably have to Rose rewatch it from the beginning. I'm trying to think if there's other relationship stuff though that I missed. Y'all let me know in the chat if there's anything else y'all want to talk about. But yeah, we talked about Meg and Klay at the beginning. We are so close to hitting 22,000 subscribers. I hope to hit that by the end of this month. Okay, we're not too far, y'all. Make sure I hit the like on this live. Okay, I need some more likes. Some more likes over here now. Yeah, I hope Meg does get some therapy. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other relationship stuff that I have like saved that I want to talk about. Oh, hey, Rose. Yes, Rose has been a member for 9 months, y'all. Y'all can all become a member. It's only $1. Some of the tiers are $1. I did put up some stuff, some members only videos this week. It's sad, but I'm sure her attitude probably contributed to her losing her salon. And I feel like it wasn't really promoted well either. I don't know how many members I have now. Maybe like 60. Let me see if I have anything saved on like TikTok or anything that I want to talk about. Oh, I did have this clip on TikTok from Pinky we could talk about for a little bit. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but I found the clip that I have connected to it.
$25 million. He didn't raise money for his business. I get this money to grow my company and I go off in the world and be great, but he's not getting the notoriety that my business is getting. Yeah. Then I started having guilt, success guilt. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I can't even appreciate the success because the person that I love the most, he deserves to be right here with me. But then you see articles that say Pinky's husband, Pinky had a baby. It starts to affect the household. He wasn't getting the recognition the same time that I was getting it. That caused some tension in the relationship. In relationships, it feels good when you are equally bound to the things that you desire. In marriage, and I ain't been in it that long, there are going to be ebbs and flows. Let me be the wife. Yeah. I want to be a housewife anyway.
So some people are saying on the show he humbled her. Okay. I saw some clip of him talking about that. Do y'all think that her husband is jealous of her? I think this is the one. Let me find out Pinky came on RHOA to help her speed up her divorce. To plant the seeds for a divorce. Oh my God. Somebody said, all right, Tina Campbell. Same notes, different song. Dang. Oh, y'all think she pushed herself on behalf of the insecurities of her husband. Do you think sometimes these I was thinking about that somewhere else. I was watching something else, and sometimes I do wonder if these people go on shows to plant seeds or, develop their own brand outside their marriage and also create more funding, more checks, more cheddar. Okay. So that they can leave their significant others. But yeah, I do notice the relationship dynamic is very interesting between them. The thing about reality TV, it will expose your relationship. So if this is true, and maybe, I don't know, if he is jealous, I think it will come out. Okay. The show is only going to highlight that if it's already there. Somebody said his restaurant is better, to be honest. The person who claims to love you should be happy for your success, period. Yes. He seems off. Wow. I can't put my finger on it. Where's his publicist? I didn't even know she was married until she got on the show. Didn't they have like a big wedding? People don't remember that? She had a big wedding. I feel like, was it The Essence or somebody covered it? I know she had like 3 kids though. I didn't know that. I did not know she had like 3 or 4 kids though. We did not need to know this. Pinky, please. She's punishing herself. She can deny the man is directly mistreating her. Oh, interesting. Hey, Beth. I don't know. I think he wants to give her another kid because she'll prove she can bounce back and prove him wrong again. I don't know about that. I wonder if sometimes people have kids back to back as distractions from their own lives, from their relationship. Um, I just don't believe that having a child, multiple children early on in a marriage is a healthy thing because you haven't had time to really cement the foundation of your marriage. Who we are as a couple, who we are as husband and wife. I think there needs to be time to kind of build the foundation of you guys as a couple in a marriage before you bring kids in, because then you start having kids and your focus becomes the kids, not your relationship, which is natural because you want the kids to be healthy, you're nourishing them, you're pouring into them. But what happened to the foundation of us? Okay. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of having kids off the bat, because I think you need time to really foster who we are as a couple in a marriage. You were somebody as a couple when you were just dating, when you got engaged. But you really do need the foundation of who we are in a marriage now before we add to it. So, um, yeah, I saw something. I don't remember maybe it was like a YouTube video or something where they were actually highlighting his cheesesteak business. Or was it that it was something about him and this other cheesesteak guy because there's a bunch of cheesesteak people. I don't know. I think they were trying to highlight that he came out of nowhere. They're like profiling his company. So I knew who he was. He definitely doesn't like her. They're in competition. She doesn't confide in him because she wants to do it all by herself so she can say she did it all by herself. I don't watch the show, so I don't know how their dynamic is. I saw some clip where he tried to humble her and now this. And I didn't know they had so many kids like back to back. It's like, oh, that's kind of a recipe for like a disaster. But yes, she wants to be self-made. It's ruining their marriage. They must be showing that a lot on the show because I'm not too familiar with that side of them. Beth said the marriage is already ruined. He doesn't like her and there's no trust. Is this what you guys are seeing from this season? Yeah, he does cheesesteaks. Did he move his business? Because was it in Philadelphia or has it always been in Atlanta? I thought it was when I saw the episode somewhere. I thought he was in Philly. Yeah, I saw it. They profiled his business a couple years ago on something I was watching. So I knew that he was in the cheesesteak business. But I did not know they had all these kids. One of them she can't remember the name to. So yes, Pinky is spilling all their business. Oh, okay. In her confessionals, April. I think the only thing I've seen were the confessionals. Since I haven't watched the season. I've only seen confessionals. Oh, right on time. Their relationship is cute. They need to stop sharing so much. He seems supportive on the show. in those couple episodes. Why is she exposing this now? Well, this is also old because she doesn't have locks anymore. So this is old. Hmm. Oh, somebody said Pinky intellectualized her husband being jealous of envious of her. Mm. Hey, is it that bad, y'all? He got a new COO for his business. Is it a woman? I don't know. Sometimes I go on these shows and they just expose the relationship, and then yeah, they end up getting a divorce. Like it's not always that healthy. Okay, it's not always healthy for them to be on, especially in a newer relationship, a newer marriage. I get that going on the show is probably good for his business, her business. Of course, they collecting a check, and they at this point probably need the money. Not saying that they're broke or anything like that, but I think businesses in this economy are kind of struggling. So any money could help, offset the losses that they're probably having in their business due to tariffs and different things like that. April says she won't regret if she's setting up for divorce. She could be pulling a Braun. When I first started this conversation, that's what I thought of. April was Braun. But I don't know if I really think that Braun went on a show to set the pace for a divorce. I think she really did love Todd. Oh, yes, he revealed himself in scene 1, episode 2. Literally when they got on the scene together. He's like, it's showtime. Okay, she's a well-known woman. Y'all saying pulling a Braun. We shall see. Like, we shall see. We shall see, y'all. But it was fun tonight. It was fun. I appreciate all y'all for joining me. Support the channel. If you haven't already, like the live. You're part of the replay gang. Let me know. Put hashtag replay gang in the chat. If you are not live tonight watching with us. You about to be Ralph 2.0. I hope not. I don't wish that on nobody. I don't. I think she loved Todd too. Todd, how Todd get in this conversation right now? But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, April, for the super chat. BJ, I think you joined the membership earlier today, so I appreciate that also. Oh, Andre said he met Braun at BravoCon. She talks too much. She's a very nice woman who just became a citizen of the United States. Oh yeah, that was last season of Salt Lake City when she became a citizen. But yeah, thank you guys tonight. I think I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my evening. Okay, I have a video I need to edit. Like I'm procrastinating. I did a video on like all the femicide stuff that's been happening. I did a video on that, but I've just been procrastinating on editing it, y'all. I have a video I need to go edit. I'm not probably about to do it tonight. I need to release it tomorrow, but I want to enjoy my night, just watch some TV. But thank you guys all for joining me tonight. Please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share this live. And I appreciate you guys. We had a good time. Lots of good conversation. The channel is growing. I appreciate everyone who's joined me on this journey. And we are only evolving. We are getting bigger and bigger. Okay? We're getting bigger. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. And I will see you in the next one. Okay? We had so much to talk about tonight. But yeah, have a good evening, everybody. Bye.